Well, hello, hello. For the ones that don't know me, my name is Ruby Pichel. I am a intuitive business and life consultant and a part-time politician. And I am here with a dear friend of mine, Sheri DuMond. Welcome.
Well,
Um,
hi.
Hi, I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so delighted that you agreed to get on an interview with me. Um, I wanted to interview Cherie because she started her own business, and I just wanted to get the information out there for everyone who could benefit from what she does in the world. I've known Cherie for a while, and I adore you. So Cherie, give me a little introduction. Who are you? Where are you from? And what's your business?
Well, thank you for having me, Ruby. Yes, I adore you as well. In fact, Ruby puts me to sleep every single night because I have an energy pull from her that I listen to every night. I can't say I listen to the whole thing because I fall asleep in the middle of it, but that's the goal.
But it still works even if you fall asleep.
It does. You reminded me of that, and I needed that because I'm like, I keep falling asleep. I can't stay awake that long. So I am Sheri DuMond. I'm a business strategist, and I have been doing business strategy for most of my career, which is 25 plus years. I started in sales, pharmaceuticals, and Ruby and I have that in common with the pharmaceutical industry, carrying a bag for a pharmaceutical company and worked my way up through management and was in corporate and I was happy for most of my corporate career, but as most people know, nothing is forever in corporate, and it can come crashing down on one fine day in November. And so here I am, really putting everything I have into my business, which has changed over the years. I've had this side hustle for since 2015, but it's changed. And what made me start this business was because I watched my dad be an entrepreneur for 50 years and he was on his deathbed. And I was thinking, although he was a very successful entrepreneur, he put everything into his business. I like the thought of working for myself, but I wanted to have joy in life. And he didn't have any joy. And he ended up, not making it. And it was, what a waste of that piece of your life not to have joy. So um, I
Yeah.
started my
Oh,
business. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, can you tell us a little bit more about that joy part and choosing joy? Would you share that?
Yeah, I watched my parents really from the beginning of their business. I was about 9 years old, and when they started their business, and they had struggled in the beginning. They ran convenience stores, which is not an easy thing when you're open 24/7, and it was a struggle for the first 5 or 6 years. But then they made a lot of money and grew their businesses and it had a lot of success. But I watched them have that success, but not really be happy and not, I mean, the last vacation, my dad died in 2016, and the last vacation they took was 1990, no, 1984.
Wow.
1984, yeah, yeah. So I believe in vacations. I believe in doing things that bring you joy. I spend time with my husband to that doing things that bring us joy. I take time for myself. You have to have that joy in your life because if you don't, you can die grumpy. And I
Yeah.
watched fortunately, my dad died grumpy, but um, it's yeah, I always have to walk into my office and I have a huge Buddha on my other wall and it's just like it's peaceful, it brings me joy. It's a joyful place to be in this room. And that's, you have to get joy out of every piece of your life.
Yeah, Absolutely. So tell us more about your business. What is the business about, and what do you bring to the people? What do you serve them? What do they serve you?
Well, it's all about serving the people. So I'm working with six-figure entrepreneurs who get great results for their clients, but they're not getting great results for themselves. They want to move up and take their revenue to that next level, and they're stuck. They're frustrated and they're overwhelmed. And when they start thinking about moving their business to that next level, they think it's going to take this, it's going to take that, it's going to take a new funnel, it's going to take all this stuff, and they just stay in their head. And I take all of that away to bring clarity. I build the systems for them, and then we work on their sales and their presentations and how to get them out there. This is one way. Podcasts are awesome to do that. Get your message out there. And then we watch their revenue at least 3 times what it was. So that's what I'm doing. And how I came to this is the last, well, let's see, since 2008 to 2022, that's what I did for corporations. I was brought into corporations to start new businesses for them and make them 7 figures within the first year. I do this much faster for my clients within 12 to 16 weeks, but that's what my career was. That's what I was known as, a business strategist. That you come in, you look at the systems they have, how can you make this new business work within their systems and bring it out to the world. And that's my expertise. So that's what I am feeling very confident in serving my people with at this point.
So if I understand correctly, for the people that are watching, so you find ways to add something to their business, and that could be like an extra business or an extra revenue stream, and it's going to merge with what they already have. Is that correct?
Well, we work on actually what their core offer is. We don't bring in another one unless it makes sense. I mean, sometimes it does make sense to bring something else in. But if they have a core offer and we are already qualifying people that they have to be getting awesome results for their clients, what can we do to amplify that? So what can we take that energy of their core offer and take that and bring it up to another level? So really working, that's the first thing we do. We sit down on a 90-minute clarity call and we map out what is it that you offer and how can we make this even better? And then I have to say a lot of it is mindset. You have to be clear on what you're offering and get very being able to talk about it, being able to sell it, because if you're in business by yourself, you're selling it, and you have to be able to put it out to the world. So that's really where we start, but there's so much to build within there. And I want to take the overwhelm out of people's backyard and say, we're going to toss it over there, and I'm going to take care of that. And you're going to concentrate on your business and serving your clients, which is what you do.
Awesome. So a different question, because I know when we look at being in business, a very important thing is always authenticity and vulnerability. So what can you, Sheri, share in just a little bit about your journey, how you went from, your 9 to 5 to creating your own business? And I know your business has different aspects. It's not just one business. You do several things, and we're talking about one of the things that you do. But that vulnerability, like, who is Sheri, and what was your journey like making that transition?
Well, my entrepreneurial journey started when I was 8 years old. I was going door to door. We lived out in the country, so we're not talking city, going door to door city wise. We're talking country, and selling personalized. Yeah, it's long driveways, mile long driveways. I was going to my neighbors and selling personalized Christmas cards to them. So to make a little extra money. At the time, it was actually to give it away to the Muscular Dystrophy Association, because that was something I believed in at the time, and I still do, but that was my charity of choice. And so that's where it started. And then my parents getting into business, I was on that journey with them. And I was 9, 10 years old, and I had a crate behind the cash register so I could ring up people. So everyone was always shocked. But I was very good at that, customer service. And then in high school, I was in a multi-level marketing, in direct sales for doing that instead of flipping burgers. I kind of lost that sense when I went to college. You get a corporate job. So I went to college, I got the corporate job, I did this, I did that. I was in marketing and sales most of my career. And then, my dad got sick, and I was no longer happy in my career. I was not feeling fulfilled. I was in my mid 40s thinking, is this it? Is this what I'm doing? Because this doesn't make sense to me. I know that I always had that dream that I was meant for more. So let's bust out of this and let's start exploring. And at first, it was really overcoming the confidence barriers that we put up in front of ourselves. I had to do that my whole life. I'm an introvert. I say recovering introvert, because I can't be an introvert any longer, but I am a recovering introvert, and I really focused on helping people overcome those barriers. But as I grew and I started looking at my business, and I had a corporate job still. Don't get me wrong, I still had a corporate job. I had it because I thought I needed the security of the paycheck, the security of the insurance, the security of it was there. What if this all doesn't work out? Mm-hmm. Well, that security all got taken away 5 months ago, not that long ago.
I remember.
Because, yeah, I got a call and it said, sorry, you and your employees have all been eliminated. Your division is done, even though we were very profitable to the company. That's just not where they wanted to put their energy in any longer. So, then I really had to sit down and say, what are my strengths, and what have I been doing in my corporate life that I can bring in? And I took all of the coaching I've done, all the coaching that I have participated in, and brought it all together into what I am doing now. And it's been a journey, but it's been a fun journey, and I can't wait to tell more people. I started a podcast, Above Average Entrepreneurs, and I'm hoping Ruby will come on.
Got an invitation?
When she's done being a part-time politician, or well, not done, but done campaigning.
Right. I'd love
when she's not so busy, that we can have her on. But
I always make time for you, Sheri. You know that.
Thank you. I do, and I appreciate that. So yeah, it's evolved, and it brings in a little piece of everything I've done, which is so much fun. And it's not corporate saying you can or can't do this. Yeah. It's not a board of directors. I am my board of directors. I have
the CEO of your company. Yes.
I'm the CEO. I get to make the decisions. Yes. And I'm not going to call and lay myself off.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And I would like to touch on that, because you're going over it really quickly. But I know, because I was there with you when they closed the division and you were out of a job. And the way that you were handling it was so cool, because it wasn't like, oh, what happened now? And I lost my job and it's drama and it's terrible. It was like, oh, what space is being opened up by the universe? Like, what's the gift in this? What's right about this I'm not getting? And what is the universe taking away from me so that I have space for something else. And yeah, we should really emphasize the way that you were going through that, because I know a lot of people that I've been on that journey, you've been on that journey, and a lot of people that are watching this have been on that journey or will get to that point. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, instead of going into the wrongness, what is happening, and going into the drama of like, oh no, I lost my job, what do I do? It's like, no, what's the gift in this? And is this the change that you've been asking for that is showing up in a completely different package, but it's the change that you've been asking for? And I just love the way that you took it, right? You took it as, okay, let's go. This is my opportunity. And I love that about what you did.
Yeah, I did have time to mourn. They did lay me off 4 days before my birthday and the day before I left for Maui. So, I
Right.
mean, for what better way?
Right. Yeah. It's
I
terrible.
mean,
Life is terrible. Yeah.
it's so hard to walk on the beach and get that real perspective of life. Um, I would say I would recommend that to everyone, go on vacation. But
After you
even,
laid off, you have to go on vacation, to everybody
yeah,
who's watching. Yeah.
yeah, go on vacation. Um, it's it was good to have that perspective, but it wasn't only that. It was the moment it happened. I was in shock. I was sitting in my car, and so I was shocked. But and at first I was like, what's going to happen to my clients? I felt for my clients that uh, who's going to carry on? We're in the middle of deals where we've closed deals.
Yeah.
You can't go back on those deals. What are
Right.
you going to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. But that's also
Um,
you caring for your clients.
yeah. I mean, they're very I brought them into the company, so they're mine.
Yeah.
Um, but as soon as I got over that in the first few minutes, I was like, okay, let's get off the phone. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
I'm done. That's it. This is the universe is telling me once again, I'm going to open these doors. And it was the same thing when I started at this company. It was my biggest corporation that I was heading up a division for. And I should have been thrilled the day one that I was walking into the boardroom to meet the board of directors. Everything in me said, run for the door.
Mm.
And I did not listen. And the next from that was May of 2015 to August of 2016, I had incident after incident happen to me that the universe was trying to slap me upside the head very gently and say, stop and listen.
Right.
And it was finally with my dad what I listened to. But and then my Confident Warriors was born. I mean, that's the day it was born, and that's the time it was supposed to be born. It took me. I'm very stubborn, so it took me a while to get through the stubbornness.
Yeah. Well, we all go through that phase. But it's good, right? Sometimes we need it. And yeah, it's a wonderful journey, and it's a beautiful story. Um, and I'd like to ask you about something else, because there was something that you were telling me, and I think that's something that the listeners would really want to hear about, which is, can you explain to us what a tiara moment is?
A tiara moment. It's when you put your tiara on and it feels so great on your head and it makes you feel like a queen. And you can walk around and have the most amazing day by just putting a tiara on. I have tiaras. I have two of them now. I love tiaras. I like bling. So you put tiaras on to make yourself feel better, create a different energy around you, and it brings you joy. And so in my podcast, I ask about tiara moments in business, and what is your tiara moment in your business? Well, mine is launching my podcast right now because that's right in front of me. Having multiple streams of income and not being able to say no, I'm not going back on that road over there. That's the corporate job. I'm going over here on this road, which is me being CEO. So
Yeah.
that really is my Tierra moment.
Oh, wonderful. I love it, love it, love it. And I actually want to take this opportunity to share something with you. And I haven't shared it with anybody, but I am actually working on a new signature course, which is the name is going to be like the CEO of your business, because it's all about you. You are the CEO of your business. And like, how do you become the CEO of your business or become a better CEO? Like, if you don't consider yourself to be a CEO, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, well, I do a little bit of this, or yes, I do have a business, but I am a practitioner, or I'm a healer, or I am massage therapist, or whatever. No, you're the CEO of your life and your business. And
Yeah.
that's completely different energy. Like the tiara moment in your business. What is the tiara moment in your business? And as a CEO of the business, how do you wear your crown as a queen in heels?
Yes.
And I love that energy. And I know this is not just a conversation for ladies. I mean, for men, it's the same. And we can talk about different ways how, a man can also be like the king in what he does, and be the leader and have that
Hmm.
confidence. I mean, it's all the same, right? Whether it's the masculine
Oh,
energy or the feminine energy. So it's all the same. And oh, awesome. So as a closing question, do you have a key takeaway for your clients? If there's something in the business and things that you're working on, what kind of like hidden gem could you share in this interview with them?
definitely to have the right energy around you and within you
Mm-hmm.
when working on your business. So, you know, really making that space in your space to, I keep seeing the word clutter. So I'm just going to say clutter and cleaning out that energy and then really being consistent and in keeping your energy high because your energy that you bring attracts who you're going to attract into your business.
Yeah.
And we've got to remember that if you're living down here, you're going to get clients down here. If you're living up here, you're going to be attracting clients up here.
Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful. And again, it's so funny because I think before we started recording, I asked you if you read my story post for today when we were talking about joy. And
Mm-hmm.
now when you use the word declutter, in that same story, I was telling about like cleaning out stuff, like literally and energetically cleaning out stuff, like things that are coming to the surface. We need to sort of clean it out. So it's really funny. You got to read that post.
I will. I'll go back right
So
now.
resonates
Get
and what
done.
we're in the
Yeah.
energy we're both on. I love it. I love it. Uh,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you, Sheri, for this amazing interview. Of course, we're gonna share. I'm gonna share your name and everything, your Confident Warriors page. We're gonna share all of that. If any of you have a question, want to know more about Sheri, just leave something in the comments and we can reply to that. Any last thing you want to share here?
Thank you, Ruby, for having me. This has been so much fun. And I always love connecting with you because we seem to be on the same wavelength. And it's nice to be clear across the world from each other and be on the same energy wavelength. So
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. And yeah, and that's good to know because you're on like the western part of the US and I am in
Yes.
the Netherlands. So we're 9 hours apart and we always manage to connect. Somehow we always find time for each other and we find ways to get together. So anything is possible. We just make it possible.
Anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. And make the decision to take action to make it possible.
Right, right. And I'm very,
Yeah.
very grateful and I'm so happy to know you. So thank you for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I certainly did. And talk soon.
Thanks.